one MLB and one WNBA player prop here on PrizePicks for Friday, August 18th. Before I get started, you guys, there's a link in the description below to sign up for our premium Discord here. Wnba.com, link in the description below. $9.30 per month. Post all the plays that I'm making on PrizePicks. We have other cappers in there that post all of their plays on multiple sports. So again, you guys, check out the link in the description. Almost 100 members in the premium Discord. We got 3,000 members in the main free Discord. There's also a link to that in the description below if you want to just check out the free server. But again, check out the links. Description below. You can also sign up for PrizePicks using promo code TUFF, or there's a link in the description below as well. 100% deposit match. Again, I'm not a gambling expert, not financial advice. These are simply just plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to then make your own player prop decisions here. But let's get into it, you guys. We got one MLB, one WNBA. We're on a nice 4-0 run. We've hit on our last 4 MLB player props that I've given here on YouTube. Looking to continue that. One MLB, one WNBA. Let's not waste any time. Let's go. So the first play is going to be a pitching outs prop. It's going to be Tony Gonsolin. I'm going under here, 17.5 pitching outs for Tony. He's gone over this in his last 2 starts versus Colorado and versus San Diego. Obviously, both decent matchups. San Diego's a tough matchup, and he still finished with 18 here. But overall, this is not the greatest matchup for Tony Gonsolin. And we take a look here. This is over his last 20 games. He's gone under this line in 14 of his last 20 starts. He's gone under this line. Over his last 10, you can see here, 7 of his last 10 he's gone under. He's gone over against the Angels. It's against the Padres and against the Colorado Rockies, who the Rockies are just absolutely horrendous here. But you can see here odds, he's minus 137 on Caesars to go under 17.5. So Vegas in the books, projecting him to go under here tonight. So let's just take a look at a few things. One, I just wanted to share this, that Dave Roberts has already come out and say he's pitching on a short leash. This came out earlier in the week, I think Sunday. He did pitch well against Colorado, and he was an all-star last year. Obviously, I think Tony Gonsolin is a very solid pitcher, but he is on a short leash. You can see here he's been nursing it. He had a sprained ankle and is starting to pick things up as of late. I would say maybe his last 2 starts. But while you can see here, while it was a fantastic outing, Gonsolin performed well against one of the poorest teams in the major leagues. But let's get into this a little bit more. So taking a look specifically versus Miami, right? The Miami, they have a middle of the pack batting average against righties since August 1st. They're hitting 238, I believe, 238 against righties. Strikeout percentage about middle of the pack as well, 21.2, so 19th. And I think for average, they're about 20th. So right in the middle, I'd say a little bit less than average as far as how they've been hitting against right-handers recently. But we take a look at Tony Gonsolin. Like, he is on somewhat of a pitch count. I mean, 91, 84, 84, 109 against Toronto, where he gave up 5 earned runs. 92, 54, 77, and 81 have kind of been his pitch counts as of late. But specifically, we look at some right-handers here against the Miami Marlins. I mean, Justin Verlander only went 15 outs. Christian Javier went 4.2. Garrett Cole went 6, just 6. We saw both these starters go 2. Ashcraft went 7. And then we see Luke Weaver and John Gray. John Gray went 5.1. He gave up 5 earned runs on 6 strikeouts. Luke Weaver, 4.1 innings of work. So there hasn't been a lot of success, I would say, since really August 1st. I mean, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 starting pitchers go over this line against the Miami Marlins. And then also, too, the Dodgers bullpen is just very well rested, right? They're very well rested. We saw Bobby Miller. This is their last series against the Brewers. Bobby Miller went 6 innings, and then Ryan Yarbrough went 3 innings. So they only used 1 reliever in that game. And again, he pitched 3 innings, and that was 3 days ago. Lance Lynn last night went 7 innings. They used 2 relievers. Caleb Ferguson threw 12 pitches. Evan Phillips threw 21. And then we saw Kershaw. They used 3 total relievers there, and that was 2 nights ago. So Dodgers bullpen very well rested. I could see Tony giving them a solid 5 innings tonight. If he gets into trouble, like I said, Dave Roberts already has him on a pretty short leash, which again will benefit us, and specifically with this prop here. So I'm going to be taking the under here on Tony. Again, minus 137 over on Caesars to go under this line. So I'm not the only one that's hoping for this to go under. So Tony Gonsolin under 17.5 pitching outs is going to be the first play. The second play, obviously, going to be WNBA prop. And PrizePicks at this current time, I mean, I'm on the West Coast. It's about 9 a.m. And we still don't have a ton. We literally have 1 game fantasy scores, and that's literally it. And the 7 p.m. game. So I don't know what's going on here, but I wanted to get this video out because I do think there's some value. I'm going Kayla McBride over 19.5 fantasy score here against the Seattle Storm. So Kayla McBride, last 5, cleared this line. She's been playing well. 24, 26, 19. 26 and 27 fantasy score for her over her last 5 games. We take a look at this Matchup here against Seattle, right? Minnesota at Seattle. We see Kayla McBride, and she right off the bat, she plays a lot better on the road specifically. Like she plays more minutes, averages over 3 more points per game, takes a little bit more shots, shoots a higher 3-point percentage, takes more threes, takes about 2 more shots per game, and overall just plays pretty well. But this season, her best game came at Seattle versus Seattle back here on June 29th. She played 40 minutes, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals. Right? She had 5 steals, which is crucial. Like I think she could hit this line without the steals, but the steals are just the added bonus, which makes this line soar over. And even before, I mean, she's been playing well. Like she's literally cleared this line in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 straight games. She's cleared this line of 19.5. 8 straight. You can see here her last 5 games on the road: 41, 24, 26, 26, and 20.7 over her last 4 games on the road. And her most recent game against Indiana, she had 20.7, 29 minutes. She was in some foul trouble, and she was kind of weird as far as the blowout type of score. Only had 1 rebound and 1 assist, right? And took 10 field goal attempts. But I like this matchup for her too, specifically against the Seattle Storm. Seattle giving up the most steals to guards in the WNBA. We also take a look at Seattle, the 4th most points per game to guards, as well as the 3rd most assists, 3rd most rebounds, 4th most 3-point attempts, 3rd most 3-pointers made, and the 2nd most opponent 3-point percentage. It's a great matchup for Kayla McBride and kind of the way she plays. We look at just guards and their fantasy points averages this season versus Seattle. I mean, look at all these guards. I mean, Enrique's averaging 49.3, Jackie Young 38, Kalia Copper 36, Sabrina Ionescu 36.5. And just look at like all the way down. Like we got players. Look at how many players are averaging over 19.5 fantasy against Seattle this season. 26 different players are averaging more than what Kayla McBride's current fantasy score line is at right now. And we just look at some odds. She's currently minus 120 on FanDuel to go over 11.5 points. And you can see her 2023 in away games, she's had at least 11.5 points in 9 of 13 games. 9 of 13 games on the road, she has gone over this line. We take a look at over her last 10. She's gone over this in 5 of her last 6 road games, going over 11.5 points. So it's a strong matchup for her. I think she should be able to get the minutes to clear this line as well. So here are the 2 YouTube plays. Tony Gonsolin under 17.5 pitching outs. Kayla McBride over 19.5 fantasy score. Again, a WNBA award just got dropped. So again, there's some value here. I think. Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Check out the links in the description below. And as always, let's cash.